Welcome to Prenatal Yoga. My name is Kristen. We have 60 minutes together today. Question of the day is, what brings you joy? For me, that answer is being outside with my family. We've been taking lots of walks together recently, and those walks really bring me joy. So we are going to start our practice today in a reclined position. As always, if that does not feel comfortable for you, take another position that does. You could come to a seat or child's pose, down into more of a Shavasana type position. You choose. So I've got my pillow here propped up by a block. I'm going to just come down on to my side at first, and then I will roll on to my back. My pillow is not super supportive, so I've actually got the block, which is coming right into that space in between the back of my head and my shoulders, and that feels really good. I'm gonna take my arms out to the wide to the side, and my knees rest against one another. This is a position that feels comfortable for my hips, so if you need or are craving a hip opening, take the soles of the feet together and let your knees open up wide. Take what feels good in your body. As we settle into whatever position you've chosen to begin your practice, we bring our physical body to this space and start to tune in to our breath and our heart. I'm going to continue reading from Melody Beattie's Journey to the Heart. Today, June 2nd, her reading is titled, Why Hurry Through? Why hurry through the day, an hour, or a life? Hurry never catches up with itself. It misses out. It strains, it stresses. It doesn't trust the natural rhythm, the natural order of the universe. Slow down. Tap into the rhythm of the world. Tap into your rhythm as you dance through life. When we hurry, it is as if we are dancing out of step to the music. We become out of sync. Our body strains and stresses. We stop enjoying life. We are too busy hurrying, racing blindly to somewhere, anywhere. We hurry so fast that when we get there, we don't even take the time to enjoy it. We simply hurry to the next moment. Step in time to the music, the rhythm of your soul. The rhythm will lead you where you want to go. It will take you through all the tasks that need doing. It will take you down the road to spiritual growth, healing, fulfillment, and joy. So I want to think about that word hurry, and knowing that our road to labor and delivery of our baby is maybe sometimes a fast one, and maybe sometimes long and seemingly drawn out and slow. So how can we take our time to think about savoring each moment, dancing through each moment? So we'll think about that a little bit as we practice this morning or whenever you show up to your mat. So we'll take another few breaths here in our reclined position or whatever position you have chosen to start your practice in. We'll take collective breath together. So thinking about not hurrying from one position, one asana to the next throughout our practice, we'll really savor each moment. Let's draw our next breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Let it go. 2 more breaths. One more breath in. And full breath out. Good. We're going to keep our feet on the mat here, and I'm going to just help my right knee up and around baby. Maybe draw some circles. You could keep left foot on the mat or send it long. Working into our right hip joint here. Good. Let's take it off to the other side, but first, don't hurry there. Come to a nice long stretch here. And then we'll find this on the other side. So helping left knee. You can think about taking that left knee up and around your rib cage, around baby, towards the left armpit. Taking bigger movements here or smaller movements. Or maybe just static hold. Good. We'll release that side, both feet coming to the mat. I'm going to shift my hips to roll off to one side here, using the strength of my arms to push my way up to a tall seat. We'll come here first before we head to all fours. I'm just gonna move this stuff out of the way. Let's find a nice tall spine. Roll the shoulders up, down, and back. Thinking about lifting with the heart, and notice your low ribs here. Keep them tucked in as if you're hugging baby. We'll take right hand down to the mat. Left arm reaches. My back is feeling a little crunchy this morning, so I'm going to take this really, really gentle to start. Good. Let the left hand float down. Right arm reaches up. Feels better for me opening this side. Good. Float it down. Both hands walk behind you here. Think about what I said earlier, keeping baby hugged in, low ribs tucked in. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart and gaze up towards your ceiling. Good. We'll unwind here, taking a twist. Left hand to right knee. Right hand behind you. Come on back through center, switch it up. Got the window open here and can hear the birds chirping. Good. We'll come here, take the soles of the feet together. So my hips are pretty tight, so I'm going to take my feet away from me a little bit and just bring my thumbs into my arches towards my heels, giving my feet a little bit of love. A little bit of thanks for making way to our mats this morning. Good, I'll take my hands to the outsides of my knees, close them up, and I'm just going to roll on over to tabletop here. We'll slowly, gradually build our movement here, hips side to side, maybe some big cement mixers. Choose what feels best in your body. We'll take about 5 to 7 rounds of breath and movement. Good. Thinking about our reading from today, don't hurry. Especially true throughout our yoga practice. So we can build strength in stillness, in holds versus quickly moving from one position to the next. And holding those postures or positions really helps us build strength for when labor and delivery time does come. Good, we're going to take all fours progression here. So we'll just start by lifting right arm up, out in front, thumb is up. Good, bring the right hand down, left arm up. Left hand down, left leg behind. Flex the toes down towards your floor, drop the left hip. Good, extend the right leg. Keep the hip aligned with the left. Right knee back to meet your left. Good. All right, this time we'll extend opposite limbs. Right arm extends out. Push the floor away. Extend the left leg. Good. Just find a hold here. Hugging baby in. Bring right hand down, left knee down. Extend the other side. Left arm out, right leg back. Good, bring it down. This time we'll find movement, right arm and left leg. And move it here. So exhale, bring it on in. Inhale to lengthen. One more time. Inhale to lengthen, good. Bring the left toes down to the back of the mat. Push, I like to walk my hands forward a little bit and push the front, your hands towards the front of your mat, and that will really deepen the stretch into the left calf. Great work. Bring your left knee back to meet your right. Realign your hands underneath your shoulders. We take the left arm extending and right leg extending. Bring it on in. 3 rounds. Good. Hands walk forward a little bit. Right toes tucked down. Stretch into your calf. Good. Bring your right knee back to meet your left. Find our puppy pose here. Walk those hands forward. I like to take a wider placement, so about mat's width. Melt the chest down. Good. Hands come back in. We'll find our way to downward facing dog. So I like to walk my hands about a handprint forward from directly underneath my shoulders. My feet are coming nice and wide today. So again, about mat's width distance. Hips come high. Use, again, pushing the hands towards the front of the mat. Chest working way back towards the eyes. Let the head hang and be heavy. With your next in-breath, gaze forward and step the feet up towards the top. We'll find a halfway lift right away. And exhale, surrender into your forward fold. You might reach for opposite elbows. That brings a little bit of extra weight to this fold. If that's too much, bring hands to the thighs. Head still can hang heavy here. Good. Continue to use your breath to wake up your body here. Bringing oxygen to you and your baby. Let's find one more halfway lift. Hand slide to shins, crown of head extends. And back to our forward fold. Inhale, we're going to rise. Take this as fast as or slow as you need. And exhale, hands to heart. Excellent work. Finding our sun salutations. We want to make sure not to hurry through these, but we are going to pick up the pace to stimulate our central nervous system, to bring oxygen to our body. So flow with me here on this beautiful morning. As you inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Hands plant this time, just step it back. Find your high plank, and we'll make our way to downward dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Step the feet to the top as you exhale. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach and rise. Forward fold it back down. Halfway lift. Hands plant, step the feet back. Excellent work. This time drop down to your knees. Let's take a round of push-ups. Roll forward. Good. Inhale as you lower. Exhale. We've got 10 total. You've got this. Great. This is 5, halfway. 4, 3. Good job, you guys. Last 2. And 1. Toes tuck, hips come high. Down dog. Good job. Inhale, gaze forward. As you exhale, step to the top. Halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, rise, lifting baby and heart up here. Forward fold, back down. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, we're gonna step it right back to down dog here. 2 more rounds. Step to the top. Halfway lift. Fold. Inhale, rise. Excellent work, you guys. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Hands plant, step the feet back. We're gonna take a round of push-ups this time, so drop down to your knees. More narrow stance, working into our triceps and shoulders here. This time, let's take 7. That's my favorite number. All right, inhale as you lower, exhale. Elbows stay tucked at your sides. Good, we've got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's find our child's pose. Big toes come towards one another, hips sink back. Good, breathe in and let it go. 1 more breath here. Hands slide underneath your shoulders, push on up back to tabletop. Good, we're going to find a side plank series here. So bring your right hand down, right knee down, left leg shoots behind. Reach the left arm up. Good work. Reach it up. You could extend both legs back behind or keep that right knee down for support. Good work. Slowly here, coming up to our gate pose, left hand to left thigh, right arm reaches. Thinking about our side body opening that we took earlier in class. Good, bring your right hand and left hand to your hips. Left knee down to meet your right. All right, right leg extends, left hand comes down. Right arm reaches up, side plank on the other side. Nifty way so you don't have to see my back. Good, again. Both legs could extend. Good job. If that left knee lifted, drop it back down. We're finding our gate pose on this side. Right hand to right thigh, and left arm reaches. Good work. Let's come back to center here. Right knee meets your left. I'm gonna show you the side version here. Come into your broken toe pose. So all 10 toes are tucked under here. Sit back on your heels. Let's find our eagle arms. Open up like you're ready for a nice big hug. Sweep the right arm underneath your left. Hands, palms connect, or hands come to your shoulders. And then find the left of the elbows, spread of the shoulder blades. Good, open up here. Opposite arm, left arm under. Good work. Unravel, ready for a big hug. Good, bring your hands back to the mat. Just rest the tops of the feet on the mat here. You might take a little wiggle, you might pound them out. Good, finding our way to downward dog once again. Toes tuck, hips come high. Down dog feels a little bit different after that deep foot stretch. Good, we're going to take our right foot forward here, prepping for our high lunge. So left foot is straight back behind you, left heel lifted. Power it on up here. Arms reach up overhead. Good, we keep our left heel lifted and engaged, right knee stacked over the ankle. Bring your hands to your heart here. Let's just lean it forward. And inhale, come on up. Good, exhale. Inhale. Take it one more time. Come on up, nice work. Arms reach up overhead. Find your warrior two. My hips are saying good morning. All right, so take up lots of space on your mat, lots of length. We'll come to our side angle first. I really want to focus on some side body opening. My right forearm is gently resting on my right thigh. Left arm is reaching. I am trying to think about extending the line, how long I can get from my left fingertips all the way to the edge of my left foot. Long, find length for baby, find length for your body. Good, your next inhale takes you on back to reverse. So here we reopen the right side body. Keep your right thigh engaged. Often in yoga classes, this is the part I see people hurrying through this warrior dance. I want to take some time here. Good, bring it on through back to your side angle. Perhaps if you're looking for a little more, bring that bottom arm up. Excellent work, good. Reverse the warrior. One more time, come on back to your side angle and find that peaceful reverse warrior. Good, back to your warrior two. Hands to hips, straighten. Let's find our triangle pose. Hips shift back. All right, reach Till you hit that point where you can't go any further. Right arm comes down, left arm reaches up. For me, it always feels best to take my gaze down. You might take the gaze up, straight ahead, or down, and then find what spot resonates with you. Strong hold here. Excellent work. Let's find our reverse triangle. Utilize the left side body here. Lifts you up. And reverse. Good. Let's come into a wide leg forward fold here. So I'm taking my hands to my hips, shifting, pivoting my right foot. And I'm gonna extend my legs a little bit, hinging from the hips. Then your hamstrings will tell you that's where you can't go any further. And round into the spine. Take a few breaths here. Let the hamstrings open, let the inner thighs open, back, spine lengthen, head heavy. Good. As we come out of this, we're actually going to pivot towards the left foot. Hands come to the inside of the left foot. Good. Step the left foot back to meet your right. Downward facing dog. Notice that we've been about halfway through our practice. How does this down dog feel in your body today? Good. Let's take our left foot forward. I'm going to help it towards the top of my mat, keeping my right heel lifted. Power on up. Feel that right thigh open. Right heel is lifted. I like to take my hands to my heart for this little projected lunge dance. All right, I like to take the exhale as I lower. Inhale to find length as we lift up. Good. 2 more. If you need to come a little bit to the right, if that creates more room for your belly. Good. Let's take it one more time. Hands come from heart center to lift up overhead. Open up, warrior 2. Find that sweet spot. And not wanting to rush again through our warrior dance. Let's find our side angle. Left arm to left thigh, right arm reaches. So our goal throughout all these postures, creating length, finding space for you in your body and your baby. Good. We'll take one more breath. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, take it on back to reverse. Stay here for a few breaths. Great, let's move through this nice and slow. Your next exhale takes you into your side angle. Inhale on back to reverse. Let's take it 2 more rounds. Beautiful job, you guys. No need to hurry. Last round here. Good, back to your warrior two. Find your triangle pose. I like to shorten the stance. Hips shift. Hamstring tells, inner thigh tells you when it's time to stop. Notice, gaze down, straight ahead, or up. Yep, down is where it's at for me. Breathe well here. It is hard work holding this posture. Send the awareness to your right side body. Inhale brings you back up. Reverse your triangle. Good, hands to hips. Take the left toes, pivot them in. We've got one more pass at our wide leg fold, hinge at the hips. Take what always feels best in your body. I'm going to take one hand down, inviting a little bit of twist to access into my spine. Gaze over the right shoulder. When I take this shift into the twist, I feel this beautiful opening in the inside of my left thigh. I almost take a little drop of the left hip and a little lift of the right. Good. So here, other side, we drop the right hip, lift the left hand to low back. This side, I feel the inside of the right thigh opening up. Good, bring it back down. Let's take a deep bend into the left knee, right foot flexes. Let's take, again, a little bit of a hinge. Walk the hands forward, drop, chin to chest. Let's walk it back up. Take a twist here. Left hand to the inside, right hand to low back, or reaching. Good. Bring the right hand down. Let's take this lateral lunge off to the other side. It's a deep bend into the right knee. I've got some sunshine on my face here coming through. Left leg extends. Hinge it on forward here. Drop chin to chest. Good. Lift it up. We'll invite that twist on in. Right arm stays, left arm reaches or comes to the low back. Good, just working into some mobility a little bit. Take it off to the left, right away off to the right. Good, one more time. Great work, you guys. All right, both hands come to the inside. Pivot it towards the top edge of your mat and step it back to down dog. Good, let's drop down to our knees here. Take some rounds of movement. I'm going to take a little drink of water. Always remembering you never ever need to wait for an instructor to give you permission to take a drink of water. Good. We'll meet back in our tabletop here. Still have to find our goddess pose, but I don't want to hurry there. So enjoy, relish in these movements. Tabletop is a great position to come if you are feeling like a lot of pressure in your low back, especially during labor. If you've got any back labor at all, this feels really good to take the weight of baby. Use gravity as your friend. Good. Take another breath or two here. Then we'll make our way to our downward facing dog. Hips come nice and high. Invite some cleansing breaths in. Good, we'll take our right foot forward here. Spin the left heel all the way down. Let's find our warrior two. We're going to take a little bit of balance on right side, left side, and then end in our goddess. So I'm going to reach for my block, coming into our half moon. So I'm actually going to take the block in my right hand. Slowly, mindfully, lift the left leg, flex the toes. Good, shoulders stacked, working to stack my left hip on top of my right. And you've got the option here again, just as we were in our triangle pose, gaze down, straight ahead, or gaze up. Gazing up makes it tricky. Good work, you guys. I'm going to hold on to my block, slow and steady, no hurry here, coming back to warrior two. Good, transfer the block into the left hand, straighten into right leg, shift the toes on the right side, shift the toes on the left, warrior two. Good, all right, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Lean it down. Always harder for me on this side. For me, if I take my gaze away from the floor here, I always fall out. So I'm gonna try to play with that a little bit. Reach my edge. You can see how wiggly I get. All right, slow and steady, my friends. Come back to your warrior two. You can leave the block on the floor this time. Yeah, good. All right, into our goddess pose. Shift those hips, wiggle them out, a little bit of a dance. Talked about in that reading to enjoy the dance, not hurry through it. So just shift those hips a little bit. Imagine your favorite music playing. So for our goddess posture, it's a wide squat. So heels are in, toes are out. And take little bends in the knees, finding length on the inner thighs, little bends in the knees as we see knees tracking the same direction as the toes. Settle in, dropping the hips. Try to keep a nice calm breath here, nearing the end of our practice. We are going to stay here for a little bit in various versions of our goddess pose. So my clock is at about the 41. And we are going to stay here till the 45. So often we've got some amazing bumping music. Let's just find a pulse here. So we don't have that music to distract us. Maybe you have some music at home, or maybe all you're hearing is my voice talking you through this, but we've got this. We are in it together. We'll find a pulse here for 10, 9, good, 8, 7, nice and slow, no hurry, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, straighten into the legs, sweep the arms up, and exhale. Good, inhale. 2 more, just like that. Go nice and slow through this. Stay low here, hands to heart. Reach your arms out and just take this lateral movement side to side as you stay low into this. Good, 1 more. To each side. Hands to thighs here. Hinge it forward. Just move through this, dropping shoulders into the spine. It feels so good. It's also a really nice stretch for the insides of the thighs. Next time the left shoulder is down, stay there. So really use that left hand to twist you in towards the right. Good work. Come back through center. Right shoulder drops, gaze over the left. Good, back to center. Walk the hands up. We're still staying low here. Take those pulses again. You've got this. Checking in. We're over halfway there. Go slow. So in our mind, we want to hurry the heck out of this posture. Get out of it. We want to run away from those hard things. But I am here to tell you, you've got this. We can do hard things. We're pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back to that movement. Inhale, sweep, lengthen, sweet release, and then come back into it. A few more just like that. Use your breath to find length. And sink back in. Good. 2 more. Last one. Good work. Stay low. Find your goalpost. Arms. Let's take right elbow towards your right knee. Reach that left arm. So I'm actually going to bring my right forearm down. Side body opening. Good. Come through center. Left forearm to left thigh. Right arm reaches. Great work, you guys. Now we find our goalpost. Oblique work, you've got this. Good, left elbow towards left thigh. Come back through center. 2 more to each side. Yes, you can. And then I'll check my watch. Good. Awesome job. Back towards center. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, elbows into side body, nice and strong. Good, 2 more just like that. Last one here. Good work. It's 45, good. Straighten into your legs. Heel toe the feet in or just step them on in. Find that dance again. Side to side, feels really good into my hips. To find kind of like a figure 8, these sways. Really wonderful to get your body, your mind comfortable with these rhythmic movements. Often that is where inherently our bodies go throughout labor and delivery, is to these swaying movements, even on the birth ball or standing with your arms around your partner. Even on all 4s swaying side to side. It's also kind of an asymmetrical movement, one side to the next, to help baby rotate and descend. All right, so we are going to take our final sun salutation, not hurrying through. Come to your mountain pose. Let's take left hand to baby and right hand to your chest. Take a few breaths with me here, a little bend in the knees. Maybe your stance is wide. Good, 1 more full breath in. Good. Let's take our final sun salutation, so nice and mindful and slow. As you inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Feel your heart and your baby lift. Let's swan dive forward, hinging at the hips. Good. Letting baby and belly come in between the thighs. Come on up for a halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Back, tear forward, fold. Good, let's plant the hands here. Just walk the feet on back to your downward facing dog. Good job. Come down to your knees. I want to make sure we take a malasana, a nice deep supported squat before the end of our practice. So I'm grabbing my pillow and my block. So I'm going to set my block so I have a little bit more firm point of contact with my seat. What I'm going to do is just step one foot out. Heels are in here slightly, toes are out. And I'm just going to drop down into this. So my pillow is pretty cushy, so that's nice that I've got my block. Arms come to the inside of your knees. I'm just going to bring hands to heart. So the point of contact that's either connected with your pillow or block or some sort of support underneath your seat, I want you to check in that spot, that area is very relaxed. Send your breath there. Good. We'll take 2 more breaths. Good. Last one here. Good. I'm going to bring my hands behind me, and where I'm coming is just to a crisscross. So you could slide off of your block, or you could stay lifted. I'm going to take a twist here. Left hand behind you, right hand to left knee. Use the right hand to really, you can see the muscles on my right arm activate here as I really pull myself. Good. Still plenty of room for baby here. Let's come back through center. Use the left arm here to twist on in towards the right. Good. Come on out. So let's roll on over to tabletop. We're going to take a hip opener. So I like to take a lizard lunge. Perhaps you prefer a figure 4 or something else. So I'm going to take my pillow here and my block to the right side of my mat, and I'm just going to help my left foot swing it on up, and I'm going to scoot my right knee back in space. And I'm actually going to ditch the pillow and just use my block. You can see I've got it on the tall setting. The tall setting helps me lift my torso, brings the floor a little bit closer to me, leaning on into this. We won't be here all that long. Good. We'll take about 2 more breaths here in whatever variation of a hip opener you chose. Good. I'm going to come off of my block here, hands down to the mat so my torso leans forward, helping my left foot back to meet my right. Bringing my block over towards the left and helping my right foot up. Again, you can see a little bit better on this side how I utilize my block to lift the torso. For me, this feels a lot more like I'm getting into my hip flexors. Whereas if I come down like this, it's really just compression into my right hip. So with taking the block, I'm able to really lengthen the front of my left thigh, working into hip flexor and psoas, ligaments that are in, connected, supporting baby. Good. Let's come back to tabletop here. And just cue into what movements feel good. So for me, it's rocking forward. Good. We start to make our shift to our final rest here. So that could look a lot of different ways. It could be on your back. It could be in a seated position. It could be on your back with supports of a block and a bolster or a blanket. Shavasana can look a lot of different ways. So I'm going to take it the same way I started. So taking my block to my mat, my pillow, which again is pretty cushy, so you might want to find a pillow that has a little bit more support. I am going to slowly slide on down and then roll onto my back. Once you arrive here, take some windshield wipers. You can take this if you're still in a seated position. It feels really good, nice kind of rub it into the seat a little bit, massage into the seat. Good. All right. So when you feel like you found that sweet spot, settling in, legs extend long. I'm going to take my arms out to the sides again to open up into my chest. Once you arrive, take a few of those cleansing breaths to allow your body, your mind, and your heart to surrender. As you settle into your version of Shavasana, I will read to you once again. Today, June 2nd, also, how is it June? Mind-blowing. Why hurry through? Why hurry through a day, an hour, or a life? Hurry never catches up with itself. It misses out, it strains, it stresses. It doesn't trust the natural rhythm, the natural order, or the universe. Slow down, tap into the rhythm of the world. Tap into your rhythm as you dance through life. When we hurry, it is as if we are dancing out of step to the music. We become out of sync. Our body strains and stresses. We stop enjoying life. We are too busy hurrying, racing blindly to somewhere, anywhere. We hurry so fast that when we get there, we don't take the time to enjoy it. We simply hurry to the next moment. Step in time to the music, the rhythm of your soul. The rhythm will lead you where you want to go. It will take you through all the tasks that need doing. It will take you down the road to spiritual growth, healing, fulfillment, and joy. And you'll have more fun going there because you weren't in a hurry. So interestingly enough, this reading, Why Hurry Through, it ends with, it will take you down the road to spiritual growth, healing, fulfillment, and joy. Coming back to our question of the day, what brings you joy? I can guarantee it's not hurrying from one place to the next. So throughout our practice, we focus on slowing down, feeling the feels, feeling our breath. We take what we learn on our mat off of our mat into our daily lives with our partners, our children, our coworkers, strangers. We take these lessons off into the world. Slowly, mindfully, my friends, we make our way to a tall seat. We will end with both hands at our heart. We find ourselves with this hands in prayer position. Whatever your beliefs are in this time, we can unify in the thoughts that every single person in our world deserves equality, deserves to be heard, and deserves to feel safe. So we think about our privilege as we show up on our yoga mat, in our home or in a studio, wherever you might be, and what a privilege that is, recognizing and realizing that we have so much to learn, so much to share, to get ourselves to a place where each and every person can find that equality, that privilege. We have lots of learning and growing to do. But thank you for showing up on the mat to move and breathe. So we send some light and love and joy to those who are really hurting right now. Let's take 3 collective breaths to close our practice. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Breathe in and breathe out. Deepest breath yet. And let it go. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for tuning in, for recognizing your privilege, acknowledging your joy of showing up on your mat. Let's send that out to the rest of our world. Thank you for being there, for supporting us. As always, the light and love in me sees and honors the light and love in you. Namaste. Thank you so much, yogis, for joining in. Have a beautiful and safe day. Namaste.